Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to be taking a look at the Real Housewives of the Dollar Tree. Now, I've talked about them a number of times on my channel, and I have just never really, it's always been in passing. I mean, even just recently in my most recent video, I mentioned I was watching a 50 Shades of Mom video. And today I want to take a little bit of a deep dive into trying some of their recipes from their cookbook that they put out. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll link it down below, but it's called A YouTuber's Cooking Playlist. Nicole Burgess, 50 Shades of Mom, and Lemonade Mom. Now, before we get too far into this, I just want to do some little programming announcements. One, I've been wearing a hat in all videos because I have not gotten a haircut since February 2020, outside of Noel shaving the sides, but it looks a damn mess. Two, I have been streaming on Twitch, or I plan to continue streaming on Twitch, so I'll leave a link down to that below so that you could go follow me there, and I will tweet out and post on Instagram anytime that I'm going to be going live. And three, you can still subscribe to my second channel where I will be also just posting some video game content like I was doing before I took a break. Now, let's jump in to the Real Housewives of the Dollar Tree. Now, I started following these folks a few years ago, and it really came out of me just watching their Dollar Tree hauls. I love to have something that I can just put on in the background, and it's helpful to have that stuff be things that I'm not truly that deeply invested in. And Dollar Tree hauls for a while were that thing for me personally, because I don't care about the things you're getting from Dollar Tree. So before I jump too far into it, I do want to say that this is not a video to pass judgment on folks who shop at the Dollar Tree or cook recipes like are in this book, because, you know, I understand that everybody has different circumstances, everybody has different things, and some folks have to shop at the Dollar Tree because that's what's available to them, that's what's affordable to them, and some people just like to shop at the Dollar Tree, and there's no shame in any of those things. Two, some of these recipes are going to be wow, that's an interesting thing that you decided to put in a cookbook, but these are things that real life people have cooked before and eat, and they felt it was important enough to include in this cookbook, so we're gonna try it. And that's the point of this video. I wanna try some stuff that's in this cookbook. So let me give you an overview of who each of these women are. One is Nicole Burgess, and whenever I first started following her, Nicole was all about couponing, Dollar Tree, and then she did post some recipes. She posted a lot of just I don't know, things that she was cooking for her family. A lot of it seemed Pinterest inspired to me. I mostly loved listening to her just ramble on about couponing, because honestly, I was wow, I didn't know that this existed, that people cared about it so much. But in 2019, she transitioned her channel to being all about keto, and that, if you go there now to this day, is what it's about. There's no more Dollar Tree hauls, there's no more couponing, it's all keto all the time. And to be honest, I enjoy watching that content too. I used to eat keto myself, and I just like to watch people on a health journey and things like that. The second person here is Lemonade Mom. She just recently hit 100,000 subscribers. I think Nicole did as well. And Lemonade Mom, I also started following strictly for the Dollar Tree hauls. She was posting Dollar Tree hauls all the time. I have since gotten into watching her post grocery hauls. The amount of food that this woman purchases on a weekly basis blows my mind. I think it's so fascinating. She does have a family, I think, of 6. Yeah, she has 4 kids, and then her and her husband. So that's a very different budget and lifestyle than me, myself, and I, who is just me and Judy, and then eventually when Noel moves in will be me, Judy, and Noel. That's very hard for me to relate to, so no judgment here. I'm not trying to judge the way that you spend your money, but it is wow, that is a lot. And then the last woman is 50 Shades of Mom, and she is somebody that I just love to listen to talk to. I think she's just so fascinating. The way that she talks about food. She, I think of all three of them, I think is most passionate about food and cooking, and I get the sense that she really cares about like the flavors and stuff that she's putting into things. Now the tea is though, she posts a hodgepodge of things. She posts a lot of Dollar Tree hauls. She posts empties videos, which is like she literally holds on to trash and then tells us about all the things she finished, which is a thing on YouTube. She's not the only person I've ever seen do that. But for me, the concept of just like holding on to trash is fascinating. And she also has been doing some like interesting videos where she brings her husband into things. She has a cookbook that she bought on Amazon, I think, called 50 Shades of Chicken to go along with her 50 Shades of Mom channel, because she really loves 50 Shades of Grey, if you haven't gotten it by this point. So those are the three women that made this cookbook and whose recipes we're gonna try. So you might be asking, Zach, how did you purchase this cookbook? Well, I'm gonna be honest. They made this cookbook together collectively probably 2-3 years ago, and they did this big old like girls trip to maybe somewhere in the South. I don't really remember. I want to say it was like Gulf Shores, Alabama or something like that, and they rented like a little beach house, and it was the three of them plus two other people. One was Madison Pippins, who also has a YouTube channel but doesn't really post with any kind of like regular frequency these days. And the other one was somebody who went by Anchor Amber, who has since fully deleted her channel because some like allegations came out about her husband. And by allegations, like the internet did some sleuthing and found some stuff out about her husband that is unsavory. And since then, to different extents, the three women who wrote this cookbook have distanced themselves from that. Some have like publicly said, I'm over it, and others have not. They got together, they took pictures. They did not originally all live together. Kira and Vanessa, 50 Shades of Mom and Lemonade Mom, now both live in the San Antonio area, and they vlog together and do stuff like that together now. I think I was pointing at the wrong people, but either way, they now do stuff, live near each other, but at the time that they wrote this, they did all of this from afar and then came together, made some recipes, took pictures, and put together this cookbook. I said, listen, I listen to these ladies all the time. I'm gonna support them. I'm gonna buy their book. I actually forgot to mention this, but I did like a Dollar Tree haul collab with 50 Shades of Mom once upon a time. All that to say is like, I wanted to support them. I didn't know what kind of recipes would be in the book, but all I knew is these ladies seem friendly, nice, I want to support them. So they actually gave me, was an opportunity to get a signed copy, and so they actually signed it and then also gave me a little special note. So they signed it here in the back, you can see, and they also attached this little note to it whenever I got it. They said, hey Zach, dude, you're the frigging best. We love you so much. Hashtag who is she? Love Kira, Vanessa, and Nicole. I want to honor them today by doing some of these recipes. Now I'm not going to show you every single recipe. Again, if you're really that interested, I think you can still go buy it off of Amazon, and I will link that down below. But some of these recipes are just like, basic, I guess is the word I would use. But I picked the ones that seemed the most interesting to me, and I tried to pick one from each one of the Dollar Tree housewives to make a full meal. So our main course is going to be Mom's Tuna Casserole. Okay, it's gonna be this one right here. Now this, honestly, if I'm being real honest, this is very close to something that I definitely ate growing up. It was definitely one of those like struggle meals that my mom made whenever we were like struggling to make ends meet, or we were waiting until my parents' next paycheck. So I thought, wow, I wanna see Nicole's take on this tuna casserole and see if it really brings back any memories. I also just thought it was like such a fascinating choice to put into a cookbook. The other little side dish that we'll be making with that is a recipe from Lemonade Mom called spicy crackers. and it seems to be just some saltine crackers with some spices on it. So I thought, wow, I would have never thought that there would be a recipe in a cookbook for some spicy crackers, some saltines. And listen, I'm all about elevating a saltine cracker. Let's call it what it is. That's elevation, okay? And then the third thing, it was tough because a lot of Kira 50 Shades of Mom's recipes seemed fine, and so I kind of just wanted to take her lead on a punch, an alcoholic punch at that, because I figured that would help round out the dish. So I'm gonna have her pineapple mimosa punch. I don't know why, you probably can't even read that, but here it is next to some other items. This is literally a yogurt parfait. I think Nicole submitted this yogurt parfait, but this is the mimosa that we're gonna have. So I hope you all will stick around because we are gonna go into my kitchen and we're gonna make some food. All right, so the first dish we're gonna do is the mimosa because girl, I need a drink while I'm cooking. Let's be honest, let's be very honest. And these are the basic ingredients. I was gonna try to pull the recipe up, but like honestly, truly, this is as basic as it gets. It's just a mimosa. So I got some barefoot bubbly, I got some pineapple juice, I got some orange juice, and I got some strawberries as a garnish. They're frozen, so it'll be like a little ice cube. And here's the tea. She made this as a punch, so I'm sure she really did. Like, the directions in the cookbook say to just mix all of this stuff together all at once, but I'm not gonna make a whole punch, but I will make myself a glass, and then we'll make another glass once it's time to eat the finished product. Okay, y'all, do you ever get nervous opening champagne bottles? I'm very, very nervous. I forget. Oh, this is not the part where it pops. This is not the part. This is not. I'm worried about Judy too, but it's okay. It's all right. I don't. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when I have a mimosa, I'm one of those people that prefers their mimosa to be mostly champagne. I want like a splash of juice. That's good. That's good right there. That's probably more than good, more than fine. And we're just gonna give a little, I haven't opened this yet. I don't really drink juice, I think is the reason that's how I prefer things. Like in my day-to-day life, I'm not out here drinking juice. I'm just not. Not orange juice, not apple juice, not pineapple juice, not none of it. Now this pineapple juice is about to be a mess because I don't have the right kind of can opener for it. So I'm kind of, actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pour it into a different container. I'm gonna pour it into this guy where it won't be as messy. And then I can easily pour it into, oh, that's gotta be plenty. That's gotta be plenty. And then I'm just gonna garnish with a little strawberry. A little frozen strawberry. Let's put a second one in there. Why the heck not? Live life on the wild side. Okay, y'all, so we're just gonna take a drink real quick. I'll let you know how it is. I mean, I'm guessing it's gonna be like any kind of mimosa, which is always good for me. Ooh. Ooh. She's tart. She is tart. I can taste the pineapple. It's very nicely balanced. Very nicely balanced with the orange juice. Lovely. All right, now that I have a drink, thank you, Kira. Let's get started with the rest of the meal. All right, so here are the ingredients for Vanessa's recipe, except this PB too. Oops. It's just chilling out there because I use it regularly enough in my day-to-day life. So don't mind that. So the ingredients for the spicy crackers are some saltines. Now she says 4 sleeves of saltines. I bought all of these from Amazon Fresh because sometimes, especially right now in the quarantine life, it's the easiest way to get my groceries. I go between that and Instacart, and then I have made the occasional trip to the grocery store. But since I ordered it on Amazon Fresh, I didn't realize I only got 2 sleeves. So we're gonna cut this in half, which is probably fine anyways, because I don't know what I personally would do with 4 sleeves of spicy saltine crackers. But the ingredients are rather simple. We got some crushed red pepper flakes, we got some garlic powder, canola oil, which is not actually something I use regularly, so I had to buy it, and then some ranch dip, salad dressing seasoning mix. I just got the Happy Belly kind because that is what was on the Amazon Fresh. I think that's their brand, or at least it's a brand they have a lot of. The first thing we're gonna do is pour the saltines into this 1-gallon bag. We're gonna mix the oil and seasonings together in a small bowl. We're gonna pour that mixture over our crackers, and then we're gonna close the bag and turn it onto a new side every 15 minutes for 2 hours to evenly distribute. Okay, so we're gonna get started. There's the second sleeve, so we'll set that aside. I'm gonna mix the oil and seasonings in this bowl here. So since we're doing half of it, I'm only gonna, the original recipe is like 1 cup and 1/3 of a cup. I'm gonna put like a little over half a cup of canola oil. Oh, I need to take the top off. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little over half a cup and call it a day. There's that. Gonna do half of this packet of ranch dip, which I'm just gonna have to eye. And honestly, I'll probably use the other half of this on some like crock pot chicken or something like that. I really don't like to waste food. I think I've mentioned that in videos before, that it's just really important to me not to. So that's the goal here. Normally this would get 2 tablespoons of crushed red pepper, but I'm just gonna give 1 because I'm halving it once again. And then it says 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. So we're gonna do half a teaspoon. And I'm just gonna mix this in with a fork. Try to get it all incorporated. So that's, I don't know if you can see that. That's the finished mixture that we're gonna pour over the crackers. All right, let's pour it in. I really wanna make sure I get all of the seasoning, so I'm just gonna come in here with the spoon to get the last bits. Because I do love some spice. Okay. I'm gonna make sure it's all sealed. And I'm gonna go ahead and just initially kind of like jostle it around to make sure that everything's covered in here. And allegedly we're gonna have to do this every 15 minutes for 2 hours just to make sure that things are evenly coated and distributed. It kind of feels like a little bit of a mess in here. But yeah, so we're just gonna leave that off to the side and we'll come back to it in 15 minutes, every 15 minutes. And in the meantime, we will start working on our next dish. All right, so the last recipe is Mom's Tuna Casserole from Nicole Burgess. So this is what it's supposed to look like, and here are the ingredients. We got some sweet peas. She suggests some Kraft mac and cheese, boxed mac and cheese. But the Amazon Fresh did not have any, so we went with the organic Annie's shells and real aged cheddar. I'm sure That only will make it better. I got some black pepper, we got some tuna, and we got a can of cream of mushroom condensed soup. Yummy. I actually really don't like cream of mushroom soup. I don't like mushroom in general, but I remember this exact same recipe being made for me as a child and I enjoyed it. So, you know, love is gonna find a way today. So I got some water boiling. We're gonna prepare our shells and cheese, and then we'll get to the next parts, which include adding the other ingredients to that and basically stirring. So that's that. That also calls for a can of milk. I don't know what a can of milk is. I do have some that I'm going to use to just in general make the shells and cheese, because it calls for that in the package directions along with butter. But the can of milk, what is a can of milk? I've never had a can of milk. So we'll figure that out when we get there. All right, we're gonna get started with cooking our boxed macaroni. So got the boiling water and we're just gonna toss our shells in. And I'm gonna give it a little stir to make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. When I boil pasta, I like to add just like a splash of olive oil to the water just to help with some of the sticking. And now we're just gonna let that cook for 8 to 10 minutes. All right, so I got my pasta draining in a colander, and I'm just gonna prepare the cheese sauce as it instructs. So I added some milk to the pot. I did read on the back of the Annie's box, and it says that butter's optional, so I'm not gonna add those calories, because y'all, this is already a very calorie dense meal. But yeah, we're gonna add the cheese. I haven't had boxed macaroni in literally, I can't even tell you, it's been a very long time. Been a very long time. I've been trying to watch my weight. I've been trying to watch what I eat healthy. So I'm just gonna stir this together, mix it together. Try to get a little incorporated before we add the pasta back. Gonna add the pasta back in. Ooh. Made a little bit of a mess. It's casual. It's fine. It's fine. Stir this all together. Now, I like it to be a little bit creamier. It is probably going to get creamier with the condensed soup, whatever. But I do have it on low right now, so maybe that can just, like, while I'm getting the canned materials ready, that can just, you know, thicken up a little bit. It's looking nice. It's looking nice. So we're going to go ahead and add the other ingredients now. We got 1 can of drained sweet peas. Got 1 can of tuna. And then 1 can of condensed cream of mushroom soup. And apparently you're supposed to add a can of milk. I don't know what that looks like right now, so I'm just gonna stir this all together, and if I feel like it's not like creamy enough, we'll add some milk. All right, so let's stir this all together. I do have it on low still. Now I could see, like, this is very clearly more than I need for myself, but I could see this being a good meal to, like, you get your protein in for your kids, you get a veggie, they get their mac and cheese that they probably love and adore. And this is looking to get a little bit more creamy now. I mean, I think that comes from the creamy condensed mushroom soup. But wow, look at that. Look at her. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna plate some of this up along with the crackers. I'm gonna make myself a new bevy, and we will do a taste test back in the studio. Okay, everybody, we're back in the studio. I have my drink, which, like, we already taste tested this. This will work. This is good. Yes. She's cute. And then we have this beige monstrosity, 50 Shades of Beige, my favorite. So here's the mom's tuna casserole, and here are the spicy crackers. And I'm gonna go ahead and try these for you here on camera. So let's start with the crackers. They're a little bit oily. I think that's, to be expected, but they're oily. So, bring some napkins. Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay. All right. That's cute. She is really cute. She's just like a little zesty. It's almost like a spicy Cool Ranch Dorito. We did put the ranch packet on there, so that makes a lot of sense, quite honestly. But it's got that little chili kick. So, those are cute. That is taking a spicy cracker, and by a spicy cracker, I mean just a basic saltine, and elevating it, raising the bar. Ooh, wow. All right, I'm gonna eat more of those, but let's take a bite of this mom's tuna casserole. Casserole feels like a weird thing, because don't you usually bake a casserole? I don't know, but here it is. Ooh, you know what? I was thinking this is kind of bland. I forgot the pepper. So let me go get some pepper and I'll add it to it. All right, so we add some pepper. Let's see how that does or does not help. I feel like it will help because it was really bland. Tasted the tuna, tasted the mushroom soup. I kind of am missing some cheese, but that's not the end of the world. I don't know. Maybe I need more pepper. Let's just add a little bit more. I like pepper a lot. Ooh, smells like very strong of pepper now. Chill, Zach. All right, let's try it now. I could see why Mom would put this together. It's quick. It didn't take me that long. I feel like it easily enough disguises things that kids might not want to eat, like peas and maybe tuna, into something that they do want to eat, which is mac and cheese. Now, would I put this all together as a recipe and put it in a cookbook? I don't know, girl. Also, I don't make my own recipes, so maybe I'm not the one to be judging that. But it does feel weird as a cookbook recipe, as opposed to just hey, I'm gonna put this all together because I want my kids to eat. I want another one of these crackers. These things were good. Vanessa girl, what are you doing? I would have never thought, let me put this in a cookbook, but I'm glad to have it now. This is cute. It's not a complex recipe. It's really easy and accessible for folks like me who have no cooking skills. So we can take that. I'll take that. Thank you. So anyways, that's really the video for today. I just wanted to dive into what it's like to eat like a real housewife of the Dollar Tree. And I think we found out. I think we did. No worries, none of this is gonna be wasted. I will eat it. It will happen, it's all edible. We all like to see it. If you enjoyed this video, it's your first time here at my channel, feel free to subscribe down below, hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Please also make sure to leave me some comments and hit the like button because it helps my channel grow. Follow me on all of my social media, including Twitch, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!